Greetings everyone from the mountains of southwest China. Today we are here to learn the story of the White Pants Yao ethnic group. Yes, that's actually their name. We're here partially to unravel the mystery of why they are known for wearing white pants. And we also want to know what life is like now in 2022 for this mysterious ethnic group that was isolated deep in the mountains of Guangxi province for centuries. So, hope you guys will be joining us. Let's meet the White Pants Yao people. Right now, we're on our way to the Yao community of Lihu to see what life is like. Well, we're trying to get to Lihu, but there are always obstacles in the road, so it's slow going. Should I walk to the side so I stay out of the way? No, I'm gonna walk right in front of you. I'm cute, so I can get away with it. Look at this handsome thing, just standing right in the middle of the road.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, even you guys, come on, get out of the road. Okay, finally, we have arrived. Here we are at Lihu Yao town. The younger generation only wear their traditional outfits for special events like festivals, weddings, and funerals. On the other hand, many people in the older generation proudly sport their traditional outfits every day. White pants for men and blue skirts for women. A lot of people still make their traditional clothes by hand. You can buy materials in this market. There are all kinds of other miscellaneous items in the market as well, like Yao folk medicine picked from the mountain forests, a photo printing service, some farming items, and some kind of little tool that we'd never seen before. 这个是什么？
画蜡刀。
画蜡刀。什么是画蜡刀？
画裙子啊，有一种蜡来画。
哦，他们那个颜色是画上去的。
对对。
哦。
那个是画的。
它洗了之后不会掉色吗？
不会，
不掉。
也掉，但是时间比较长，1-2年以后才掉。
哦，
这样。
现在大家还是就是自己做衣服穿。
对。
那现在女生都上学了，她们是不是就不学这些东西了？女生还学吗？
回家老了要带他们学，一代传给一代了。我们少数民族啊，白兔窑。
你也是白兔窑吗？
对呀。
你怎么没有穿他那个衣服？
我没有钱做这个服装啊，做服装很贵了，一套要千数啊，千块钱以上了。
是吗？这么贵吗？
对。
它是手工的
啊，
一针一线的。
就是你要是自己家里有人会做的话就行，你要是没有的话，那得买。
自己买的比较贵一点。
Traditional clothes are expensive to buy and really time-consuming to make, so some of the White Pants Yao have actually started manufacturing their clothes in little factories like this one. These clothes are for sale in shops or at the street market. 你们每天都穿这些服装吗？
你要不要喜欢买一套？
怎么感觉这个长得跟你们穿的不一样？你们穿的是手工制作的吗？
对。
我刚才更喜欢手工的。
价钱要比这个很贵的。现在电脑做了比较便宜一点。
If you're wondering what that noise was in the background, it's a type of drum that some people are selling on the side of the road. Here's another one hanging from a tree. 你们打这个是有什么传统的意义吗？
要白酒的，就拿出来。
我们可以打吗？
可以啊，
可以。试一下。
我不会。
刚才那个挺好听的。
Sorry guys, we are not very musically talented, but we tried. Aside from the banging of drums, another sound is all over Lihu is the chirping of birds. Nowhere in China have I seen people so deeply interested in birds. in the town square, there's a whole area dedicated to watching and listening to birds. 大家每天都来这里看鸟吗？这些鸟就是一直挂在这儿吗？
没有，过来看看，拿过来挂。
Everywhere you go, there are guys wearing this ethnic group's namesake white pants. But why? Throughout the 2 days I spent in White Pants Yao territory, I really tried to get to the bottom of this. 你们这为什么男的都穿白裤啊？
哎，男生穿白裤，
这是有什么原因啊？
那这民族习惯了，以前的老人就是这样讲。
对，我们是白裤要穿，必须要穿白色的。我们民族啊，本民族啊。
就是反正有很多窑，像我们这边里湖这边的话，都是一样的窑，都是白裤窑。
哦，那个别的红裤窑，他们不是穿红裤子吗？
他们那边的窑跟我们不一样。
Honestly, this seemed like a pretty reasonable question to me, but as I asked more and more people, I realized that in their eyes, I look like an idiot asking this question. We're the White Pants Yao, so of course we wear white pants. There's just nothing to even explain at all. So I finally cheated and looked it up online. So legend has it that this particular group of Yao became the White Pants Yao when they were chased by their enemy out of their original homeland, far away into the rugged mountains over here in Lihu. And once they reached these rugged mountains, their leader was exhausted from the battle and he fell asleep. And he had a dream of an old man who came to him and told him that these craggy, rugged mountains actually would be a perfect homeland because there are rivers, there's birds and beasts to hunt. It's not as bad as it looks, okay? You guys can handle it here. And the leader was really excited by this optimistic news, and he slapped his bloody hand against his knee, which woke him up, and he realized, oh, this is actually a dream. But he was inspired anyway, and he led his people into the craggy mountains to start life in their new home. And his outfit of that day, white pants with bloody handprints at the knees, became the signature attire of the White Pants Yao men. After escaping from their enemies in the mountains, the White Pants Yao lived in isolation for centuries. But now they are mixing a lot with the rest of the country, especially in bustling places like this little town, where quite a few Han, as well as other ethnic groups like Miao and Bai, have come here to open shops. We met a Han lady who runs a steamed bun stand here. Her buns, with all their various stuffings and flavors, are very popular among the Yao, who used to live on a mostly corn-based diet. And she seems to get along quite well with the locals, despite the language barriers. Not everyone speaks Mandarin here, after all, especially the older generation.
他们就在练习我，爱家爱会叫我吃饭。
哦。
这很，反正怎么说，特别的淳朴，不像我那个大城市的那种啊。这里的人过得比较那种悠哉的。是不是有这种？
Our next stop is some of the local villages. Since most people don't actually live in the town, they come in from the surrounding areas on their motor scooters and spend the day there.
一个乡城和县城嘛，民众拿东西来买啊、卖啊、交流啊，就在这个位置了。
Over the years, the White Pants Yao have been leaving the deepest and most remote parts of the mountains and trading their traditional bamboo houses for brick and concrete. For the most impoverished families, resettlement villages were built and housing was offered at subsidized prices.
大部分是国家出的，我们出点，出很少，一家出万把。
哦，那还是很便宜的。搬过来多久了呀？
搬了两三年了。
你们原来是生活在哪里呀？
我们生活是在山里头。
你们搬到这里多少年了呀
2年第3年了。
跟以前比怎么样？现在？
肯定方便啊。
现在还有人在你们原来的村吗？还是他们都搬到这里了？
有啊。
还有呢，就是住那种老房子吗？
老房子啊，老房子基本上没有了。
哦，就是也是那种新盖的砖房，是不是？你们有住过那种就是原始的那种房子吗？
现在把它拆掉了，做平房了。
你们以前住过吗？
以前住过啊。
小的时候是吧？
小的，我们父母给租给我们住，我们现在我们把它拆完了，建平房啦、楼房啦。
你是哪年搬到这个村？
对啊，过来这里有13年了吧？
哎，那现在这些房子是政府给盖的，还是你们自己盖的？
政府给一点，自己
给补助是吧？
嗯，对。
哦。
以前的话，我们都不是在这里，以前我们是在里面去。
在里面是哪里啊？
山里
就是跟着这条路一直在山里面去。
能走到你们原来住的房子吗？
能，只不过那些房子已经塌了，已经没人住了。那里面会有一片竹林，就在那个竹林里面。
啊，
行啊，我们去看看。
我们去看吧。
去看。
谢谢你们。
谢谢。
走。
太棒了。Finally, we have a clue to where one of those old villages is. I really want to check it out, partially just because I love exploring abandoned stuff, and partially to compare it to the modern houses and lifestyle of the White Pants Yao. But that little village proved to be a lot harder to find than we thought. These narrow, tiny roads are just enough for one car. If someone else shows up, then one of you has to back up. 尴尬。This place is difficult enough to get to with a paved road and a car, so can you imagine how cut off from the world these people were before this paved road was in here? I mean, imagine people who lived here a few decades ago, maybe went their entire lives without ever leaving this place because it's so hard to get out of here. 这个房子很有特色。It seemed as though we had reached the place the guy on the scooter told us about, but how is there only one house? Where's the bamboo grove? So we kept going. Look at all those rocks. How on earth did people grow anything around here? I wonder if the leader of the White Pants Yao ever regretted listening to the old man in his dream. This is not an easy place to live, and these rough conditions kept the White Pants Yao in poverty for centuries. How can you focus on new technology and education when you can barely put food on the table? Not only is the ground around here super rocky and not suitable for growing crops, but it also seems like about half the plants around here are trying to kill you. So, bonus? Hi. Update from the ground. We have not yet found the mysterious abandoned bamboo village, but we are appreciating the interesting scenery. A lot of the trees around here have really thick, beefy trunks with holes in them. The sticky sap in these trees is an essential ingredient in the dyeing process of the colorful traditional clothing worn by the White Pants Yao women. I actually saw it in the market earlier.
张嘎有啊，那个有一种树啊，你越敲它越长大了，几好5-6个人牵手来抱不完的那个树啊，
那么粗啊？
那个树啊。
哦。
These trees are so important that they are not cut down for firewood or to make houses or tools. They are used for sap only, and when they run out of sap, they retire peacefully. Aside from the sticky paste trees, we also saw some other unique local items, like these cute storage houses that look like tiny huts, these totem pole looking items, and a lot of stone terrace farms. 你好。哦，吓到宝宝了。
哇 ，Hello。
But where the heck is the old village? We can't find it. Finally, though, we did realize our mistake. The concrete roads only go to places where people actually live. On our third time passing by this old house, we finally noticed a tiny path into the woods next to it, and we followed it up the mountain.
太神奇了。
The guy on the scooter told us that there's a grove of bamboo right outside the village, and we finally found it. 我们找到了，好多好多竹子，看。
这个好像就是一道门的感觉。进村了。
有人来了，最近。It only takes about 2 minutes to get from the front stone gate to the end of the village. It's a really tiny place with what appears to be less than 10 houses. Some of them are almost completely toppled over, as Scooter Guy had told us, but some of them are actually in pretty decent shape. And all of them are abandoned. It is Urbex's paradise in here. This village is so tiny, and I couldn't help but wonder what happens if you don't like your neighbors, because that's all you got, you know? I mean, how many people could possibly live in this tiny place? There's a river that is pretty close in driving or motor scooter terms, but back in the day, without paved roads, this thing might as well have been 100 miles away. And there wasn't much groundwater either, so the villagers collected rainwater in these big tubs. Life was tough out here. The White Pants Yao wove their own houses out of bamboo. It's like making a basket, but times 100. Honestly, I think these houses are very beautiful. They have a very unique look to them, but they are not particularly wind or rain proof, which is why this building style has been abandoned in favor of concrete and bricks. Also, the time consumption factor. I can't imagine how long it takes to weave the walls of these houses.
这个房子好高端的感觉啊！
上去吗？
看到没？这上面是这儿的，这是不是他们当时这个村长的家？
也许吧。虽然也是用这些东西做的，但是就是感觉修得更好。
好了吗？走。
Even though nobody actually lives in these houses anymore, they're definitely taking advantage of what little good arable land there is in this very rocky place, because all of these little gardens we're passing have crops growing in them. And somebody is grazing a mule over here. Well, now we know where the poop at the front gate came from. There's one old man in this village sitting in front of what I guess was his family's old house, watching over his mule and his chickens. 那你家在下面吗？
哦，然后从那边来上江南。
我们走了，拜拜。
Bye bye. It is just crazy to me that just 10 years ago, people were living in this village, because I've never seen a village like this anywhere in China, you know. It just feels like going back in time, like a time machine to centuries ago. China has changed so fast in the past couple of decades, and coming to places like this is another reminder of that. We visited the bustling town. We saw a bunch of modern neighborhoods and communities. We explored the mysterious abandoned bamboo village. We met lots of friendly people. We encountered lots of interesting things. And once again, we have seen the rapid changes taking place in rural China. We captured the transitionary moment where the older generation, who were born and raised cut off from the world in hand-woven bamboo houses in remote mountains, and the younger generation, who have grown up surrounded by cars and smartphones and online shopping, are living together in one space, and it's wild. I'm glad I witnessed this unique moment in time. It's just a blink of an eye in the history of the White Pants Yao, but I was here for it. And now, so were you. That's all for today's video, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed this trek into the White Pants Yao territory with us, and I will see you guys next time.